Hi, welcome to the Pocket Pages book. We're making a cloth book with lots of pages with lots of different pockets. So we've been making a few and we're actually up to page 14. We're doing pockets one at a time, pages one at a time. So we're doing pocket 14 this time. So this is the page I've got here with lots of little pockets. So my initial thought, there's another sample up here of when I was making it, that it might be usable for sewing things and that these little clips might be a good place to store things like that. But of course there's lots of other little things that fit in little tiny pockets. So there's it's not necessarily for clips, but that's kind of what I had in mind when I first started working on this design. So we're going to go ahead and make our little pockets. Now we've made some pockets fairly similar to these before. There was one there with that little top on it. There's another one, I think, on this page here. So similar, but these are just a different size, and so possibly all one colour. The ones I'm doing today are all one colour. These ones, the pockets are all different colours, but I've kept the lining and the backing the same. So there's lots of opportunity for changes on things. So I have gone ahead, because we have done some of this before, and I've got some bits ready here. So I've cut everything out. If you're getting the pattern from GourmetQuilter, you'll have a page that tells you all the measurements for cutting and how to put it together and things. So I've cut everything out. I've done the lining on my pocket. Remember, we join the pieces and we flip it over, and then we do a line of top stitching. So I've done all my 4 pockets like that, and I've got my little background pieces here, and the top and the bottom ones are a different size because of the seam allowance and things like that. So we just need to join these together now to make the page. I've already attached, just with a basting, the bottom pocket that's going to end up in the seam allowance so that that holds itself together. So really a task next, after we've got to this stage, is to join these together. So we've got all our background pieces in pieces, and if we line everything up, we can just join those together, right sides together, with the pocket in between. So that's just a 1/4 inch seam allowance for each one, so that all 4 rows of pockets are all together, and then it's the right size to go onto our stiffening. So I'll go ahead and I'll get all mine sewn together, and the other thing you can do is sew up the sides just in the basting, just to hold the pockets in place, and then I'll show you how we do the next part. So I've actually gone ahead and I've done my basting up the sides. I've got my pockets all joined together. I just need to top stitch along this line here now, and I've put my stiffening on the back because we want to top stitch that with the stiffening as well to hold everything together, because the page is made in little segments. The stiffening will help it hold all together to do that. So I'll just go ahead now and I'll do my little top stitching close to the edge on that background colour, and then I'll show you how to mark the pockets. So I've done my top stitching, so everything's holding itself nicely together onto that page now. And so now we just want to do the pocket dividers, and on this page I've made all the pockets exactly the same. So other pages, they've had different sizes and things. So what we need to do is just mark a centre line to do the size that I've done, and all these measurements will be in the pattern as well. And I'm just drawing a line all the way down, and then I'm going to come across the pocket divider size amount, and again I'm going to draw a line all the way down, and we can turn it round and do the same thing this way. So we don't need to sort of do each individual row of pockets this time. We can do them all at once, because I'm actually going to stitch them all at once. Seemed like a good idea to me. So I'll just show you. I'll do one of the lines so that you can see what I mean. So I'm just going to start near the top, and I do a little back stitch. I'll do this centre one. Just do a little back stitch at the top just to make sure it's nice and secure, and then I'm going to come down all the way. Just keep on going. Now you can do another little back stitch each time you reach your pocket if you'd like to, if you think it might be getting a little bit of pull on it as we use those pockets. Depends what you want to keep in them. And so now I've just got 2 more lines of stitching to do to create the pocket, and so then we'll have a pocket page that looks something very like this. We've got all our little pockets on each row there, multicolour, same colour. So that was it for pocket page number 14, thank you, and I'll see you again with pocket page number 15.